They the blackest, the brightest, the boldest. We talk combos, roll. We come in, we hit it with the trick shot. Nothing but net. We need that real, but them haters they gon' still watch. Like I just said, when it comes to combat, you looking at the TikTok. You wanna come into the ring, mess around, go ahead, get tricked out. We got the attitude, they shoot to dominate. We got the table, we filling up all the plates. You press play whenever you wanna taste. We always with the real, baby, you never gave fake. The blackest, the brightest, the boldest. They the blackest, the brightest, the boldest. They the blackest, the brightest, the boldest. We talk combos, yeah, they the coldest.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Low Sun Production proudly brings to you its best, brightest, and blackest, combat review show there is on YouTube or anywhere else. This is We Talk Combat, so we talk all things combat sports and sports entertainment. I am 1/4 of your host. I go by the name Muy Grande Negro Americano, also go by the name of King. I have my other co-hosts here with me. I'm going to introduce them one by one. What up, Queen? How are you today, babe? Happy birthday as well.
Thank you. I was going to actually say that I had a wonderful birthday. Even if I always have to share it with, our broke best friend, the kid, but I had a great time. There was a long week. I missed a lot of stuff. I'm not going to lie, but let's get into it.
Yes, ma'am. Also up, we have my guy down there. He's the final Hugo boss. He goes by the name of Travis. What's up, bro? How you feeling today?
I'm good. I'm doing pretty good. Just get ready, get this wrestle talk out the way. So, hey.
I feel you. Work them beach ass. Work sucks.
Yeah, it did. I ain't gonna lie, it did.
I know. I got you. And last but not least on the list, another guy that celebrated a birthday this weekend, actually. It was Friday, I believe. Shout out to our guy in there, Heavy Developmental, Mr. Green. Happy birthday, bro. How are you today?
I had one of the greatest birthdays of all time, so I'm good to go.
Hey, shout out to your Knicks, bro. Congratulations to them. Shout out to Jalen Brunson and all. But if you're new around here, do us a favor and hit the subscribe button. Also hit the like button and the notification bell somewhere down there by Mr. Green's left shoulder so that you're always notified of when we do this. New around here. We watch this shit basically so you don't have to. That's what we do. That's our motto. We are the people's channel. Tell your friends, tell your kids, tell everybody else. But let's get into this show. If you don't know how we usually have a rundown around here, we do our highs and lows of the week. Highs, lows, not really a whole full review, and then we give a letter grade after that. Next, we give any wrestling tea that may be going on, that's any news, anything we think you should be knowing about. We talk about it, give a little discussion, and then last but not least, we get to your questions and comments. You can hit us up with an @ WTC for We Talk Combat, so we know you're talking to us and not any of your other Glow Yard members. We appreciate all the new folks that have been subscribing and been interacting with us. Definitely continue to interact live throughout the show. If you're watching this on repeat, you can definitely send us a comment as well. We'll get to you as long as everything is respectful. Usually if it's not respectful, I'll get back to you as well with shots, but that is what it is. But with all that being said, y'all, we can get to the highs and lows. But lastly, before I do, also follow us on our other channel, We Talk Combat Clips, where I drop the condensed versions of the show and into shorts over there throughout the week. Usually about 2 to 3 shorts a day, Monday through Friday. Not obviously won't be Monday this week. We did not do the show this weekend because of the birthdays. So happy birthday to everybody again. We normally have shows around Sunday afternoons around 3 p.m. But things change. Here's our watch along schedule before I move forward. We show everything WWE related throughout the week in Discord, but also here on YouTube sometimes as well. For watch alongs, as long as you're a subscriber to the channel, you have free access to all the video versions over there in the watch parties and Discord. So just subscribe to the channel, link your channel to your Discord, and you have complete access. Mondays is Raw. We'll be doing that right after this show. Tuesdays is NXT, Wednesdays Evolve, Thursday is TNA Impact, Friday is SmackDown. We show any WWE PLEs on Saturdays or Sundays. We show every Saturday or Sunday night's main event, and we also show AAA as well. We show some AEW sometimes as well too. If you're interested in that, we may get more into that if we got more folks that are interested in that talking to us when we get that going. But with all that being said, let's get to our highs and lows. Again, y'all, we watch this shit so you don't have to. Hold up, wrong thing there. So let me go around the board. Ooh, my voice trying to crack. That was horrible. I felt like I was going through puberty. Monday Night Raw, we had Liv Morgan actually win her first. I guess what is it? This the quarterfinals. Yeah, I know the quarterfinals of the Queen of the Ring tournament. Being the world champion herself, so she made it to the next round of semifinals. We'll talk about that and more. On NXT, we had Big Zai. Shout out to my guy Travis down there, gaining the women's North American Championship by defeating Tatum Paxley. We'll talk about that and more. On Wednesday, we had Evolve, where let me see if I got this correct. I did not write it down, but we had the Mob Squad, I believe correctly, defeating Aaron Rourke, Marcus Mathers, and Sam Holloway in a 6-man.
And it's Mog.
Oh, it's Mog Squad.
Mog.
I'm sorry.
Squad.
Thank you for correcting me, Queen.
Yeah, Mog.
Next on TNA, shout out again for Travis's boy, Bang Bang Sosa. Ricky Sosa is back in the building. He with a distraction cost Eric Young a match against Mike Santana, I believe it was, for the TNA Championship. So shout out to Ricky Sosa back in the building. We've been asking about him, and he's finally returned. On Friday, Jey Uso won his quarterfinal match as well for the King of the Ring. So he's on to the semifinals match against, I believe it's Javon Evans. So we'll talk about that and more as far as Friday. And on AAA, our guy Omos was back in the building. I don't know who the guys were, but I know he beat 3 guys and pinned them all together. So we'll talk about that and more. But start around the board, I guess. Let's do this differently this time. Let's go counterclockwise. Start with you today, Mr. Green. What were your highs and lows of this week, WWE product, bro? And what is your overall letter grade?
All right, no problem. Monday Raw was okay. I love the intro. With Dom and Oba, so that's definitely a plus in my book. Look, let's get one thing squared away. WWE they do a good job of 4-ways. Pause. It's just it's no stories around them, so they don't branch off into anything. It's don't lead up into them, but the matches themselves are quite entertaining. So I guess we had 2 of them. We had the Queen and the King. Liv won in a great fashion. When everybody did their moves at the end, and then she flipped up Sol Ruka to get the 1, 2, 3. So that was cool. I didn't have no problems with that. Other than I really thought that Stephanie was going to come out during this time period, and Stephanie did not come out during that time period. So I don't know what they're doing with Liv in this championship thing, but we'll see what happens with that. Javon got the victory, which I was extremely happy about. And you're starting to see more of, Seth Rollins and Montez. And all right, let's see where this is going. Well, I don't know where it's going, but I'm here for the journey. Of course, Penta beat Ray. Not really worried about that, obviously. All right, I think that's enough of that. NXT. Big Zai. I want to make sure okay, cool. I got the head nod. I'm good. That was she beat Tatum. Tatum it looks like she's going to get called up. She gave the hugs and stuff like that after the match. But once again, good match. Had no issues with that match. Naraku, evil EO's husband. Let's just call it that. He got to get his name. He got to actually do some things to get his name right. He beat Rook, but of course my man Cam came out. So I like what's happening with this situation. So that's that. Kalani took an L to Kendall. I was talking to Trav the other day, and I was like, what did Kendall do to get all these opportunities to get a championship belt? Even if you're gonna call up Kalani, let her at least have the title. I guess she got the North American title and the TNA title, so that was good enough, I guess. But I'm not liking the constant Kendall Grace action here, but hey, Evolve, she was picked number 1 from then on. So I digress. Don't care about too much of anything else. Oh, real quick, the Mr. NXT pageant, if you realize that happened. Basically, it was a typical pageant. They did different things between Tristan Angels and Charlotte Hill. I don't care about that. But what I do care about is this was the exact same thing I was pitching for Jordan Grace and Jade Cargill. They could have did something very similar, showing off their skill set, showing off their body in a respectful way. Just like I said, just everything they put on social media, everything they put on IG, just showcasing the work that they put in two different forms of appearances, body types, and they could have sold that. Instead, they did not do none of that. They barely let Jordan Grace talk, and now she was on, main event, losing to blonde-haired Julia. All right, I digress once again. Let's go to Evolve with that. PG Vasa took an L. The more L she takes, the more that's a clue that she's going to get bumped up to at least probably to the NXT roster. So not worrying about that. Mars Squad, this is what you see right here. These guys are they're next. I guess I can say that they're the future. That's just what it is. Clearly, you can look at their body types and things like that. These are small things you want to look at. Do they have the potential? Do they have the prototypical wrestler bodies versus what we've been seeing? The CM Punks of the world and stuff like that. Although I heard he's getting into shape. These dudes are in shape. They can talk. They can do certain things. So this is what you want to see in a developmental program. And even Holyfield had a promo. Very good promo for Holyfield. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far in this developmental stage. No superstars yet, but we'll see. We can move on. I did not catch TNA. Excuse me. But I did see the Ricky Sosa joint. Shout out to Ricky coming back. I mean, honestly, if I was watching this, it's probably the only thing I would care about, to be honest with you, too. So I saw the thing that I would actually care about to be. We're just being honest here, guys. So I guess he's going to have another fight with Eric Young, and we're going to see where that goes. But then they fought backstage, and that was only on social media, by the way. But he got his ass kicked. I'm tired of him getting his ass kicked by Eric Young. Let's go ahead on and flip that for the PLE coming up. Queen, King in the Ring for the let's go to SmackDown. I'm sorry. SmackDown was, like I said, 4 ways of great. We're not taking. I'm not going to show no shade to Jade. If that's the only thing that you worried about, sweetheart, girl, don't even worry about them haters, girl. You got a lot of love and support for something that was clearly just, not even of your fault. So, Charlotte won that. Cool. Okay. Jey Uso got his victory. That was nicely done. I don't mind that. Royce actually was the MVP of this match, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with Royce showing his dominance. I was a little worried after he got power slammed by Gunther a couple weeks ago. So it seemed like he bounced back from that, and that's what you want to see. Does he still have some type of form of dominance? He got to get some dubs, but I'm okay with how this particular match ended. Not care about the Intercontinental, not care about Ray Phoenix. I'm sorry. I love Ray Phoenix. Just the AAA, it was a great match. Just put it on AAA. They're trying to cross promote, and it's just not. It's not working for me. It's not working for me. So we'll see what happens when it comes to that. I don't care about the page and none of that. Did Cody have a segment? I guess he did. He did have a segment. I don't care about Cody's segment. I don't care about Gunther. It's just not. I'm not buying it. It's not believable. And I think the main reason why it's not believable is because the person that they're adding to this feud is Sammy, and that's the person that lost to Trick. He lost his belt to Trick. So how do you lose your belt to Trick? And then you are now in the mix of the main championship. I don't like that. And as a result, Trick is now waiting for the winner between Ricky and Mello. It's like now Trick is kind of coasting in a way. Can we line somebody up? Bring out Shinsuke or somebody. Just to let somebody take a quick L to him or something like that so we can keep this thing rolling in a sense. We need some more trick shots to the world. We need some more just different things, different looks and things, not just him waiting in a sense. So I don't necessarily like that. I don't like it. I feel like they're trying to dull his star a little bit. Let's not do that. Let's keep him in the limelight as much as possible. But like I said, this whole Sammy thing, this angle, you can miss me with it. I'm not here for it. And I think that's it. I did not see AAA for obvious reasons. I will catch it because I always like to catch up with AAA. Let's say that. It's always something that I want to go back and watch. I can't say the same thing for the main product. I rarely go back to watch the main product for a second time. I always try to go back and make sure if I missed it or if I did watch it, I double check it when it comes to AAA because it's definitely entertaining product. So I will definitely check out because you like you just said in this photo, Omos is back. You gotta see what Omos is doing. I gotta see what Omos is doing. So I will definitely check that out. All in all, to wrap that up, let's give it a C+. Strength of the matches, good matches. Suspect storylines to the point where some people are Sammy shouldn't even be involved in certain storylines. So let's give it a C+.
All right, we start with a C+. I like we may be positive this week. I like the way this week's starting already. I know people like, damn, a C+, but trust me, we usually start off with hard D's. Pause. Next up, let's go with you, Travis, bro. What were your highs and lows of this week's WWE product, and what is your let it great, bro?
All right, for Monday Night Raw, we started off with Oba and Dom segment. It was cool to see, Oba establishing a little bit of dominance, real. So Ruka won her match against with Lara Valkyria. Now, I'm glad we're gonna mention this too. I'm glad that these fatal 4-way matches are over for the King of the Ring because it makes me like value how much we had it good back in the day with the actual pay-per-view itself. Like I remember when watching the King of the Ring, you had the whole the fanfare with the guys opening the door and Mabel's with the crown and everything. Yep. Mabel coming up with the crown and everything. And
remember Owen would win and all. Remember your boy Owen won because Brad won and all that. So Owen had to go through
you say the young Hardys being the jesters and opening up the doors and everything. Like this
Steve Austin winning out of nowhere. You feel me? Like man Johnson being in the tournaments back then, he's not winning. Like just having matches where people can lose. You feel me? Like it's just exciting to see them go against each other. But go ahead, I'm sorry, bro.
But like now since all these fatal 4-way matches are over, I mean this is like I guess you want to say the cream of the crop or like you just want to know you just tighten up things a little bit or whatever, but it just reminds me of that, But for NXT though, shout out to my girl Big Zai. She got the dub. She's the new North American Women's Champion. I thought that first match was cool with Noam Dar, Romeo, and Fraxium. I thought that was a great match, pretty cool. Now I'm gonna agree with Mr. Green too as far as like this Kendall Grace situation. I mean, I get it. She's talented and everything, but when can Kalani get a chance? When Tatum Paxley, she gave a little goodbye speech and everything like that, like it automatically made me remember, like, wait a minute, we got a whole female that been called up and actually has been backstage and having, I guess not backstage, but sitting home and having vignettes and all that stuff. But where's Blake Monroe? Like, I think she would have been perfect in this tournament so far. And not the like drawing Liv's moment or anything like that, but she could have been a good replacement for Liv and let Liv just sit back and chill and see who was going to fight for her championship.
I've been yelling for a while about that Blake Monroe stuff, but hopefully she good when she get going.
It's cool and everything, but see Saquon, he got his revenge, against Darcy or whatever, but he's gonna continue. I'm gonna overstep Wednesday because I haven't seen Evolve, but I'm gonna shoot over to Thursdays for TNA. Look, my guy, Ricky Sosa came back, bang bang. Now, off the rip, I wasn't gonna watch this whole episode of TNA because the first match was Mike Santana. Your championship was getting ready to fight. The first match on the card, but I understood why I watched it later on in the show because I think KC had an uncle that passed away, and he had an international championship match with Mustafa Ali. So, I mean, KC lost, but I guess the significance of him, want to dedicate this match to his uncle. I understood why they gave him the main event spot, so I thought it was pretty cool.
Should have been Mike Santana.
Hey, I mean, it should have been, but I'm guessing because of that. But now for SmackDown, look, this sucks. Now, LA Knight, look, I don't know what you got to do. If you got to get a big neck tattoo, dye your hair blonde, wear Ufalafa, get some get some Samoa tattoos, I don't know what's going to happen, bro, but I think it might be over, man. Like, you ain't get no fair shot and no
Hold
anything,
up.
no
You
championship, no push.
you officially think it might be over?
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know what WWE is doing with LA Knight right now. Like, it don't make sense. And another thing too, why would you have SmackDown men in a tournament if you wasn't going to put? Hey, wait a minute, hold up, no, don't disrespect like that. But anyway, another thing, why would you have SmackDown men in this King of the Ring tournament if you wasn't going to advance neither one of them? Like, I think if they would have, if any SmackDown guys would have made it,
I got a question
like
for
it
y'all
would have
about that.
probably been Drew or Randy Orton. And as long as if they were healthy, I think they've probably been the only two guys that so far would have made it at least this far in the King of the Ring tournament.
Are they not going to have any matches on SmackDown anymore? Because only one SmackDown person made it. That was Charlotte, right? So are they? Is that mean? Bro,
I don't know. I mean, I think her match might be on Raw, if I'm not mistaken.
Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
Anyway, you know, like Mr. Gray was saying, you know, Trick just sitting around and everything. Like when Trick will, you know, gets to do competition, you know, some trick shots and everything like that. Now, like I thought it was cool seeing the AAA, you know, championship get defended on SmackDown. Now, the only thing I would say from all that is that does this give an opportunity to actually get actual AAA guys, not guys that's, you know, from flip flop between, you know, WWE to AAA, but just somebody from AAA. Hey, man, put that picture down off the screen, my brother. But actually get, you know, AAA guys to come up to SmackDown or whatever, or, you know, fight right for, you know, a championship match or whatever. But I thought that was cool. But as far as of AAA though, I mean, I think it's losing its essence a little bit. As far as like ever since we had that mask versus mask match, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's been great, but I feel now that AAA is trying to at least find their next big story, and I think it's going to be Omos and Dr. Wagner's brother. I can't remember his name right now, but I think they're going to have some type of match at some point because he also had a match too, but he only fought two guys at once while Omos did three. But for this week, though, I'm gonna give it a C- for this week.
Ooh, you graded lower than BA, so you gave it
C-.
C-.
I'm giving it a C-.
And Mr. Green gave it C+. Okay, all right. Well, let's go to you, Queen. What were your highs and lows of this week's WWE product, baby? What's your overall letter grade?
So, not gonna lie, I missed a lot of stuff. So I had to watch a lot of stuff on highlights, which I really dislike doing. And I like woke up to just a bunch of stuff. Like it was birthday week, so I was really just trying to chill before I had to actually get into the weekend. But
this is wrestling,
well,
babe.
so
Watching
title
highlights
card.
is perfectly fine, by the way. This is wrestling. Watching highlight. This is not like it's not like sports. You literally watch it for it's scripted. So if you watch highlights, that's fine. You skipping commercials. But go ahead, babe.
Well, thank you for that support. So, as the title card says, King Von. So, I appreciate that not only even if he doesn't win the King of the Ring, that's really good optics for him, especially because he's had a bunch of stuff that was commercial break stuff, like a bunch of little quips and him getting acknowledged in commercial breaks. So it was I appreciate that. Yeah, Jade lost her damn wig. Yeah. It's crazy. That's just is what it is, I guess. I don't know. So the Queen of the Ring thing, I'm starting to feel like a Liv Morgan overkill. Because we already had to just deal with her winning damn, I don't even remember what PLE it was anymore because she's had the belt for so long. We've had to deal with that whole situation in the breakdown
WrestleMania.
of Judgment Day, but also just was it WrestleMania? Okay, yeah. So at WrestleMania, she got the title, and now ever since then, it's just Live overkill. And I know we only did this because Stephanie Vaquer is all broken up, which that is what it is. You know what I mean? Like that's the way the cookie crumbles. And at the end of the day, I'm glad they didn't keep it on her like they already were trying to do because They definitely kept it on her for a long until they basically couldn't do it anymore. They're like, all right, we gotta go, you gotta go rehab or something. So Raw was it was okay, I guess. Um, to jump to NXT though, I did actually see quite a bit of that because I mean the good thing about NXT is you can go back and watch that on TV. You can just watch the episodes later, but Zarya looked really good. I'm not surprised by that because Zarya, like, she can wrestle well. She can also talk well on the mic. And obviously, this was a send off for Tatum, so she gave Tatum a good match. And let that be that. She can go about her business. I know they're talking about the Great American Bash coming up too, as well. Then I'm gonna have to see a stupid Tony D'Angelo guy. I don't like that guy. Him and his, I guess, yeah, mafia man or something. I don't know what is up with his character. Like, they lost me. I don't know if he's supposed to be like a mountain man or if he's supposed to be like a mobster man or a lobster man. I don't know. I do agree with what everybody else in the panels already said though about Kaylani and Kendall is that a lot of people, including Dave Meltzer, have taken a shine to Kendall Gray. With that being said, it's like I think they might absolutely kind of destroy her career by doing that because they're putting so much on her shoulders. Like, and you see this with other athletes as well, like that they end up in situations where a lot of the um a lot of the folks put too much stake in what they believe they can be, and then they're a quote unquote disappointment. And I feel like they're putting a lot on Kendall Gray by saying like she's gonna be the best athlete whatever ever. I just wanted to interject to say that as well too. But that Mr. NXT thing, I was hogwash. I agree with Mr. Green on that as well. They could have missed everybody with that bullshit. Like it had no purpose behind it, and it didn't do any of the things basically like he just said to really display anything. It was like the opposite of when they used to do those pageants on like Raw and SmackDown back in the day. They'd get like the hot ladies to come out and be like, "Oh, we're gonna do like a bikini contest." I feel like even Jacqueline did one of those at some point. But at some point, there's just other ways they could have did that. And I feel like Mason Rook forgot his name again. Like I don't know what's up with him. He's always forgetting his damn name. So somebody needs to give him a name tag or some shit so he can just remember that his name is Mason now. Like if we all know his name Mason, his name Mason. Uh, I know I'm like mixing up shows and stuff, so I'll just move on too as well to other Evolve things. But I think Vanity Project they said is about to get the call up to NXT. So I think that's basically the end of seeing them on Evolve, which again, that's fine. That was okay. Like at a point we're going to see a lot of people come up. And with that being said, there's a lot of other people that I don't feel like are going to be coming up too much soon because they are garbage. And again, I don't know any of you people personally. Don't attack me because I'm calling you garbage. I'm just saying, in terms of what I'm digesting on the TV and seeing, is not good performances. So again, it ain't nothing personal. They call up the people that they believe are ready and marketable, so they're gonna just decide how they decide things. So on that being said, though, I know you said the thing with the Mog Squad, but yeah, Evolve was just you could have missed it. You didn't miss anything. TNA was Bang Bang, Ricky Sosa. I don't know anything else that happened. You can move on. Boom, move on to SmackDown. So what happened? I feel like this SmackDown. Well, I think it's also too because I feel like we're not getting really much going on with like Trick really anymore in terms of him having any like real story. But Royce Keys looked good. Like I feel like they're giving him a lot more opportunities to really showcase himself and them not be squash matches. You know what I mean? Like they're actually giving him people that he could actually have a real match with and go, like 8 or 9 minutes against. Like back and forth. So I thought that the four-way was okay, but when I say this, that I knew they were gonna pick Jay Uso, as I fucking knew it. I just knew it, bro. And it was so deflating to see him win because it's like he's been given so many opportunities to thrive and he gets gassed. He gets gassed. He's still like kind of shit on the mic. Like to be honest, like other than the yeet and run it back, half the time he can't talk. Like, and if you notice, Jimmy's become more of the mouthpiece for him because he can't. He kind of sucks. Like, so I feel like LA Knight too. Damn, LA Knight was getting no responses back to the shit that he was saying. Like that shit, I felt bad for him, dog. I was like, damn, like ain't nobody even like say anything negative. They were just not really responding at all to anything that he was saying when he was talking about, that they're gonna have their grandma and everybody in the world on their family come and do whatever and all this shit. But at the end of the day, we know what's going up with LA Knight is that we know how bad that Unreal shit was for his reputation. And because of that, we're all wondering when LA Knight is going to not get his contract renewed. Like that's the truth. And I hope that it does get renewed. I'm not thinking anything negative, but we know they be restructuring now over there. Like, so it ain't like it used to be. You had to wait for that shit to like run out. They restructuring over there. So watch out, LA Knight. I hear AEW always hiring. So, you can head on over there. There was something else I was trying to remember. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about the damn Jade thing on Raw. Like I didn't really get my little quip in about it. But I'm gonna run back to that real quick,
No,
and
it
then I'm gonna
wasn't
cut
right. It was
things
SmackDown.
off with
It was
Triple A.
SmackDown.
But
It was SmackDown, Quinn.
it was SmackDown. Okay,
Yeah.
I've been mixing my damn shows up. So the thing with so first off, Soul Ruka, man, like there's be some people that like at a point, it's like the Kendall Gray thing. Soul Ruka, I can't count how many successful soul snatchers I've actually seen by her. Maybe like one or two. But I can count how many at this point botches I've seen, and it's six. It's six botches I've seen. And that's counting what I've seen on NXT as well as since she's been called up. Like, and it was crazy because this time it was like she actually was putting on a good match. Like I was very surprised. But at the end of the day, like her and Lyra didn't have any chemistry. So it was a missable match. Like it was like, who cares? Like good for you. You got to keep your title, I guess. Whoop de do. Like, what the fuck? Um, but also too, the going back to the like I said with the actual Jade thing, oh, it's really irritating me that not only, well, two things. One is that there are so many people worried about this lady and her damn wig. One are just people that are just so obsessed with it, like of just using that as a like I got ammunition against Jade type shit. When two, the second thing, she didn't do anything to cause her wig to come off. It wasn't like she just took her hands and ripped it off. It got caught to somebody's outfit when they were trying to do their damn move. And then after that, Charlotte at some point grabbed her by the head. And I'm like, girl, why would you grab her by the head seeing that she's trying to hold that wig down on her head? It was just like a bonehead moment. So that whole match after that just started looking weird and blocky. And then like people were screwing up shit. So then like things weren't getting called right. So people didn't know what to do. So then it drew more attention to the fact that her wig was coming off because it was just after that it became a lot more confusion in the situation. And again, it was just one of those situations where I hate when things like this happen, especially when they happen to black women, because I get to see a lot of people's biases towards black women in these moments. And it comes from all types of places. It's not like I'm not gonna say a selective group of anybody, but at the end of the day, like I would probably say with all of my chest, probably about 85% of the women that wrestle or just in entertainment industry in general have fake hair, weaves, wefts, braids, all types of shit, extensions all the time. Sometimes you just don't know, but it's always the assumption that one, a black woman is wearing wigs because she doesn't have hair. I'm like, Jade has hair. Her hair was gelled down because she had a wig on. Her hair wasn't styled because she had a wig on. That was the style. The style was the wig. Like it's not that hard to figure out. But then two, the fact of this is the moments where I'm seeing a lot of Caucasian men using this as an opportunity to like call her manly or say she's a man or vice versa, whatever. But anyways, I wanted to like close that whole thought with even if she was bald, it wouldn't matter. Bald is beautiful. Like who cares? Like at the end of the day, we're here as watching them as entertainers. We're not watching her walking around on the street. Like we're like she's doing her job and it should be treated as such. But again, I wanted to like just intersect on that real quick just because obviously it's like a hot topic at the moment. And again, I'm more irritated that people are calling it a Jade botch, like she did something to make her wig come off. Like that's like Stockholm syndrome type stuff. Like it's like you can't make me believe something that's not true. Like why is it her fault that something else happened to her and how she reacted to it? Like she reacted to it like somebody that said, "Damn, I didn't realize my wig was gonna come off," and then you're holding it on because it was part of the performance. But anyways, I'm gonna try to keep it short and sweet because I know we wanted to keep things close on time because we got wrestling coming on after this. But regardless of the fact, Jade still did what had to be done. Jade wrestled with a head bust. it open. I really wish people would stop worrying about what Jade can and can't do because she's shown you that she could do a lot. So give her some grace. This is just a moment where people worried about the wrong shit once again. But Triple A, like the real Hugo Boss said, is that since they lost the mask versus mask situation, I mean, like, I don't mean lost it. Since we've passed it and it's finished, they are trying to find a new story, and it's rough. It's becoming a little bit of a rough watch. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. You start to notice more about what limitations in terms of people they can use, and I'm sure it's because a lot of people, are not fluent English speakers, but that's kind of what we got the whole translation thing for. So get us some stories, like let some people that we don't see all the time do some more wrestling. But Lola Vice and Mr. Iguana got to do their thing. I actually like watching them wrestle. They're a funny little mixed team. Like, and that's Damian Priest girl. They were at the Puerto Rican parade today. So I want to give a shout out to them. We like them. But overall though, this week, I guess I'm just gonna be a negative Nancy this week. I'm giving this shit a D. Sorry y'all. Sorry I brought the whole team down.
You're not bothering me. You got we got a C plus. No, I'm sorry. C. Well, yeah, C plus first, C minus, and a D. So let me see what I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give. I didn't see a lot of this week as well, but I'm gonna give it from what I did see. I'm gonna give it a C. I'm gonna stay in between the two brothers. I'm gonna give it a C. I actually enjoyed Monday Night Raw. I thought it was cool. Some things I didn't like. I don't understand Liv winning. I guess we're gonna get to Liv and Raquel, but then that would be like I said before, that would lead to Raquel beating Liv for Queen of the Ring. But then they're not. I know they're not going to have her beat her back to back. So then she would lose to her for the title. Like that don't. So I don't know with that one. Shout out to Oba. I did like the Oba beginning with him and Dom and all. I actually am very intrigued to see how they're going to do this match today with Dom. I know it's not going to just be a squash. What everybody thinks, that's just stupid. They're going to do something. Something's going to happen where Dom's going to get some type of offense and something's going to happen. So I want to see how they're going to do that. I was very happy with Javon winning. Did not expect that at all. I don't know what they're going to do as far as SmackDown guys. There's no SmackDown guy in the tournament anymore. So do we need any matches on SmackDown at all? So maybe that's done. I do not know. I think actually Charlotte wrestles Liv today, right? So yeah, it won't be any SmackDown matches because she's going to be done after the day because Liv going to win. So yeah, SmackDown won't have any tournament matches anymore. That's done. What else happened? I'm trying to think real quick. Lava and Soul, don't care about that. If I was something else, I forget. No, this caught on this, but yeah, that's about it. Shout out to LA Knight. We hope he's okay, Travis. I hope he can somehow find some way to do something. But let's move on. NXT. Shout out to Big Zai winning the championship. I still would rather have the NXT championship than the North American championship. She's been there long enough. There shouldn't have to be a stepping stone anymore for her, but I mean, it's still awesome for her to have some. There's some women that didn't get any belts at all. We know a few. So that's shout out to her getting a title. Tatum, like we said, Tatum Paxley probably going to move up. I don't know where she'll fit. I'm thinking more of a jobber. I'm not going to lie to you right now, but we'll see how that goes. Kendall Gray and Kalani. I don't get it. So let me start this off by saying this. Kendall Gray is incredible, right? Kendall Gray is incredible. That's no lie. There's no knock about it. I'm not going to go against what Dave Meltzer or anybody else says. Kendall Gray is awesome. Her matches are incredible. But every week, it's like Kalani Jordan is literally being Carmelo Hayes. She's showing you why she's her. It's not even just in the ring with who you put it in the ring against. You can put it in the ring against MMA fighters, against people that's supposed to be wrestler type or whatever. She goes out there and steals the show. And she's better than than Kendall Gray on the mic by far. So why aren't we talking about Kalani as like y'all said, the same type of like, it's like Kalani, what do you got to do? Like, hey, I'm right here. You just keep talking about this lady, but I'm right here. So I do not like that because I think Kalani should get more recognition and love, but I do like I said, I think Kendall Gray is incredible. She does deserve to be like, she should be one of the main ladies when she gets up and all that stuff. But so should Kalani. That's what all of this should show. That's basically my point is Kalani Jordan should be fighting for a main championship at some point in her run of eventually getting on the main roster. What was it? The guys, I don't care about the NXT championship right now. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I don't care. I don't care about none of them guys right now. I don't care. Mason Rook can win it whatever he wants. If he wins it, that's something different or whatever. But I don't care about any of these guys. Tony D'Angelo, there's a reason why he was still down there too. I tried to tell y'all. Shout out to Brian Alvarez and Dave Meltzer for glazing the hell out of Tony D'Angelo with his little Bret Hart throw at a time and all. This guy looks so menacing and all that. He's going to take over the industry and all that.
He do have that Bret Hart pro, but between you and Queen talking about Boston Man and y'all killing it. Go keep going,
bro. But I'm just saying that Tony D'Angelo, they were all, you know, hey, he's the greatest guy ever and all that stuff. I'm like, man, get the hell out of here with that nonsense. He might have stayed in NXT, bro. We'll see when he move on up and all that stuff. If he get a Ricky Saints pop or not, because Ricky may be, because he probably gonna be a face. So that's gonna be tough. But yeah, I can move on. Like I say, NXT Evolve. Didn't get a chance to watch Evolve. And I probably won't watch it. Not gonna lie to y'all. So let's keep it moving. That's for Mr. Green to tell y'all about. I ain't gonna keep it real. TNA, I did not watch again. Did not want to watch it. I thought it'd be more of the same nonsense. Like TNA's boring. Call it what it is. It's the same guys doing the same stuff. I don't know what TNA is. Like it's just guys that I'm starting to learn who some guys are that just keep wrestling each other. I have no clue what's going on TNA at all. So Ricky Sosa showed up though, and I was disappointed I didn't watch it. But again, this is why wrestling is cool and it's scripted. You can watch highlights because it's basically entertainment, like watching a movie, you know. So I got to watch the whole Ricky Sosa segment like I watched it for the first time. So bang bang Sosa. It was incredible. I wish I could watch. Maybe we'll talk to Devin and all, see if somehow some way we can watch this Slammiversary and all, because I actually want to see Ricky have his first PPV match and all. I think that'd be pretty cool for us to all watch. But moving on, Friday Night SmackDown. I thought Friday Night SmackDown was okay. I thought Raw was better, but I thought SmackDown wasn't trash. It was okay. Like y'all said, them fatal four-way matches are good matches always. Like, it's a cop-out, but it's still going to give you good matches most of the time. So it was good when you had a lot of that being most of the show. That Danhausen and Miz stuff, yeah, that's not for me. Again, I guess we can just keep saying that. It's not for me. Gunther and are they going to pull the trigger on Cody Rhodes losing next week, man? That's crazy. And I feel like they're not. So Gunther did all this to lose to Cody twice. That's just crazy, bro. I don't get WWE. But if that happens, who knows? Tricky, like y'all said, this was the first time I told BA before that I watched the Trick segment, and I was like, that was useless. I didn't even need to see Trick there on the show or whatever like that. Why are we doing this? I feel like I understand the Ricky Saints thing and the Carmelo. Actually, I don't understand it. I told folks before, and I think everybody agrees that the Carmelo and Trick thing could have been a big story. They could have actually made something out of it and did something. They made it like a one-off type thing. So now using Ricky as the Carmelo type springboard, and it's like, well, Trick is sitting and waiting for these guys. They have a best out of 5, a best out of 7, and all. And I'm like, well, why is Trick waiting? Because you can't have him up in the world title run because you got certain guys up there and the other guys are injured and they have no plan B. So Trick got to sit right here for the U.S. title real quick. And it's like BA said, why can't you throw a Shinsuke Nakamura at him? You feel me 1 week? Why can't you throw a Tama Tonga at him 1 week or something like that? Like, it's guys that we had so many U.S. I was excited. The Royce Keys, I know they just in the King of the Ring, but golly, we got so many U.S. guys that's sitting around. Go ahead, bro.
Talking about, and this goes quickly for the panel. How we feel about Jay looking at the U.S. title?
I don't like that. I told you when she lost to Rhea, I was trying to give warning shots that if she don't beat Rhea, she never beat nobody else. So they're gonna do the same thing to her they did to Tiffany Stratton, and look what they're doing. The same thing to her they did to Tiffany Stratton all over again. So I don't like it. I don't like WWE not having plan Bs, bro. And I think it's pretty crazy because I remember Triple H winning the title off of plan B, getting a quick reign, one of his 14 reigns of a plan B. Randy Orton, when John Cena tore his pec, Randy Orton got the title handed to him by Vince McMahon, beginning of the show of the night. Triple H beat him, right? And then they had another match or whatever later on in the night, of last man standing at the Triple H had another match or whatever, and Triple H had lost it again to Randy Orton. And this was all in between that time between John Cena tearing his pack and coming back at that Royal Rumble or whatever. So I don't get why he can't plan B. Like, it's like, damn, when stuff is done, it's like we sitting here and Liv Morgan got to do this because there's no Stephanie back here. That's dumb. Not saying what you're saying, dumb, Queen. I'm just saying that's dumb that, you feel me, that they would actually do that. Like, bro, it's other wrestlers here. Give her a Lyra Valkyria. You feel me? Like, I don't give a hell. Just somebody to just say, hey, here you go. Wrestle right now for the title. Maybe Lyra will get a pop and she would have a great match against her where it's like, damn, Lyra actually can go head to head with you. And that actually brings Lyra up when we look at her differently or something like that. Like, it's just right there and so easy. And they just say no. It's just over and over. And Jey Uso, man, go ahead, bro.
It's like wrestling supposed to be one of the most fluidest things. Like, yes, it's scripted. Yes, we have outcomes, but you never know who's going to get injured, who's going to do this, who's going to do that, who's going to get in trouble, who's not going to get in trouble. It's always like a different variable.
And that's why it's easy, because it's scripted. But that's why it's easy, because it's scripted. So you can't predict that Anthony Joshua going to keep his title until he you feel me, Tyson Fury or whatever, because he got to go through other guys and he may lose. It's real. You feel what I'm saying? When you scripting something, most of the time you can direct what's going on. So even if something changes in the injury, okay, you know what? Well, let's write this guy in for right now to do this. Like, it's just, it seems like, I know people keep saying lazy, and it seems like that's just a cop-out answer at this point, but it's just so lazy. It's like, why can I do this? Why does it feel like I can do this job? I should never feel like I can do your job. And it feels like I can do your job. Jey Uso back to him. I don't know. Jey Uso might win. Like, I don't even know if it's at a point now, if Javon Evans don't win, Jey Uso gonna win, right? Unless they do some crazy stuff over, like we said. Like, I'm at a point, I don't care about the Miz can't get the ring anymore. What, Dom gonna win? We're gonna get Dom versus Roman Reigns? They're gonna give us Javon versus Roman already at SummerSlam? That's gonna be, I mean, it'll be awesome. I would love it, but they're gonna do that. So Cody versus Jey Uso, man. What the hell, man? I gotta stop. I already know what's about to happen. That's the thing about it. Like, we sitting here, we know that's going to happen, and we still gonna just watch it happen. Triple A, I did not get a chance to watch either. I'm gonna push back on what Travis and Queen did say though. Before I move on, I think y'all being too hard on Triple A too quickly, and that's because I'm gonna tell you why. Last week was the second week of the Noche de Los Grandes, so they filmed it all together with the mask versus mask. So that's all one show. Like, it was just a second part of it after you got they gave their, what is it, Magnus Opus. What is it? Magna Opus. Yeah, at the beginning or whatever. So you had to keep going, and it's like, that shit was phony the last week. This week, like I was saying, they are changing and trying to get storylines or whatever, but they're trying to build towards Triple Mania, and that's going to end up, like they said at the end of this, next week, Dom, Ray, and El Grande going to be in the building and all that stuff. They're going to talk because we're about to get set up for that Dominic Mysterio versus El Grande beef that's about to happen, because they about to, for his sword or whatever he got. What was that? The Ray de Reyes or whatever it was? The sword or whatever?
It was the Ray de Reyes.
They about to start that robbery. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what they had to do, the mask versus mask first, because remember, they didn't do it at WrestleMania and all. They had to get that situated and done at that first PLE they had on PPV that we just watched, and now the next one, the Triple Mania, their main one, like WrestleMania, that's when Dom is going to wrestle, what's the name, L, and L going to win the title there, where she going to go off or whatever. So I think y'all, like I said, I think they just gotta, this is just 2 weeks where stuff just happened to be like, but I think next week it should pick back up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I didn't get a chance to watch it. I will watch it though. Like I said, I want to see my guy Omos. Like, shout out to Omos, he barely get to wrestle. I mean, I don't know why he ain't wrestled Oba yet. That's like a month, 2 months like behind, but it is what it is. But BA, bro, or Mr. Green, I'm sorry, wrong name. Let me stop calling you by your wrong name, your incorrect name. What were our highs and lows brought to the people by?
The good people at Fanatics.
Yes, sir.
This I Was Told segment is brought to you by the folks over at Fanatics. Fanatics is the world's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear from all the leagues, teams, and players you love the most, including WWE. You can earn fan cash to redeem in your orders, jersey protection for when your favorite player is traded or changes teams. They also have an unrivaled selection of authentic fan gear and Fanatics exclusives that are only available on the site. So if you need some merch and are interested in helping the channel, scan the QR code on the screen or follow the link, which is always in the description.
Shout out to Fanatics. If you're interested in any WWE product, any sports product, shout out to the Knicks. BA, if you're going to get any Knicks product, you already know, use that Fanatics code, bro. But anybody else, use the code. It's in the description or that QR code that was on the screen. You help out the channel. It's not necessary, but it's definitely appreciated. Other than that, we don't really have any tea. I was going to make the tea to Jade content about her hair and all, but Queen had a lovely soliloquy and all that she went on as far as discussing that from a woman's perspective. So I thought that was awesome. So I will, if any of the guys want to say anything real quick, I do want to say one thing about it though. And shout out to I forgot what the dude's name is. Black brother used to talk about the wrestling and all. Kaz or something. His name is, I can't remember his name exactly, but he kind of talked about this exactly. And I said it to Queen. He didn't say this part, but the representation of the black male that watches wrestling. I've always said this, and I'm sorry if the shoe fits. Oh well, I mean, talk about it in the comments. I'll talk back to you. But the representation of the black men that watch wrestling is not a good look, nor has it ever been. It's usually the representation of, I mean, Uncle Tom type dudes, coons as they call them, or guys that are gooners, as they say nowadays, that glaze people, Stockholm syndrome, and guys that say, you know, they couldn't find guys like themselves or people like themselves with their colors that accept them. So they have to find other people because there's nobody to accept them. So they just find other folks. Those type of guys are the representation mostly, not all. Obviously, I'm not that myself, and most my fellas here, I'll vouch for them, aren't those type of guys. But a lot of guys, I've grown up watching wrestling, like I said, for almost 40 years now. And a lot of guys that watch wrestling have that type of mindset. With that being said, you could tell from this whole Jade thing how many of these guys don't deal with black women, have never dealt with black women in their life, as far as being around a black woman, as far as having relationships with a black woman. Like, this is crazy that it's such a big deal that people are asking these questions. Like, when I saw it happen, I just saw it as, oh, it's a malfunction. She held on to it. I thought it was crazy. She was, again, wrestling with one arm. One more time. She was wrestling again with one arm, doing the Jade thing again. And I was like, oh, she's doing that damn Jade. I thought she had a concussion at first or something. I'm like, damn, what's she holding her here for? And all. Oh, that's a big thing. And I want to do this as well. Lastly, WrestleMania. I've been saying shit about WrestleMania a lot, and I'm gonna keep it real. WrestleMania made a whole post on this whole thumbnail and all that stuff about highlighting Jade wig, the little steal of her wig coming off and all that stuff, saying oops. And he always, whenever one of those white ladies, ever something happened, it's a mishap. It could be a tire malfunction where it's a thong underneath where it ain't even nude. He'll block it out and all that type of stuff cleanly. I think Charlotte Flair just had one recently. He blocks it out, makes sure. Oh man, Rhea Ripley. Oh my God, somebody got her phone number. It's the worst thing in the world. All that stuff. But he made sure to poke fun and say oops and say it was a blunder of Jade Cargill. Though you a clown, WrestleMania. I'm saying that with my chest, bro. I hope you watch this. So we have this little channel so you can know that. But any of you other guys have anything you want to say about that? I just wanted to really say that about WrestleMania real quick because he definitely do a little that undercover microaggression stuff.
That can be said about others. Let's just call it what it is. And the thing that bothers me, I guess, is this is not like, you know, pork eating Monique, shout out to Martin. It's not like she tried to like hide it. She's been shown she wrestled with her short hair, and she'll dye it or she'll have it black or whatever the case may be. Like she looks amazing with this. So it's not like it was like, oh my God, like, yo, this is the first time. Like, no, like, what are we doing? What are we talking about here? So I think that bothered me because she's already shown that she doesn't necessarily need the wig to be a part of her ensemble like some of these other people. Even some of these white girls with quote unquote long hair, guess what? They have extensions and all that stuff too.
A lot of them. I think damn near all of them. I think none of their hairs on. I think damn near all of them.
Let's just call it what it is. But you know, I just wanted to, you know, just say that, you know, she already went out and said she put herself out there. You know, she made a comment that she tweeted about it and stuff like that. So one, she's not hiding from it. Two, she already looks great without it. She doesn't even need the damn wig, to be honest with you. And three, everybody else.
It's outfit, bro. It's like Tricks. It's like Tricks jacket. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's all it is. It's a costume. Yeah. They have costumes on. She had it with clowns. When a clown goes out there, not to compare it to a clown, you feel me? Not like that, but when a clown goes out there, what does the clown have on?
A wig.
Wig on the head. It's part of their costume, correct?
Big red nose, makeup,
All
the
right.
big shoes.
Jade had her costume on when she's Jade Cargo out there in the outfit. That was her. So that is what it is, man. But usually, if we did have wrestling tea right here, Travis, what would it be about?
The merch. They
Shout out to the merch that Travis has on. I gotta find my damn shirt. But if
you
you're
know
interested,
I actually ordered more. I got another shirt coming.
There you go. Look at you showing off. But if you're interested in any of the merchandise, we have the NWO black and white inspired, NWO black and red inspired, TNA inspired, and also the Nation of Domination inspired. They're all in the description of the video as well as the description of the channel. Again, it is not necessary. Shout out to Cuz. I know he in the comments and all. He definitely has shirts. But it's not necessary, but it's definitely appreciated if you definitely show love and post anything, any pictures of the products or shirts and all that stuff. We'll definitely repost you and show you love as well. We appreciate everybody that has gotten apparel so far and all. But with all that being said, y'all, let's get ready for Monday Night Raw. But before we do, let's get to these questions and comments.
Sponsored by True Classic.
Always wanted to try True Classic, but hate shopping online? Keep watching. You've probably seen our ads online. Look, I get it, you're skeptical. I mean, is everything we sell really as soft and well-fitting as we say it is? If you need to try us before you buy us, True Classic now has stores nationwide. Visit one of these stores and you can fit, feel, and outfit a bunch of our customer favorites. So don't wait for shipping or worry about how much to spend. Visit one of our retail stores today and see the True Classic difference for yourself.
Shout out to True Classic. Got Cuz in the house. The blackest, the brightest, the boldest. Special guest down there as well. Also got Cuz saying happy birthday. Glad you enjoyed. I'm guessing that's to both of the folks on the right there. Shout out to the Big 4-0. All right, showing off. That's 80 years experience over there, y'all. Old ass. I'm not. Okay. I'm not. I'm still in my 30s.
Right.
Shout out to Rhonda saying hi. What up, Rhonda? Appreciate you. Cuz again says Jay winning the whole thing. Yeah, he my favorite right now to win the whole thing. He says Big Zah. Yeah, Big Zah. Big Zah might show off when she come on up, bro. It's booking, though. I can't trust booking. I'll say it right now. It should be that way, but
she has the finishing move to do it. Let's just say that.
Like she could be dominant right now. A dominant lady that's like a regular size lady, like not too tall, like that regular mid size is like kind of stocky and all that. So
she could make a great mid-level champion.
I think she could be a main champion.
No, I mean, so? We're talking about Liv as the champion, bro.
Yeah, that's what she could F5 the hell out of Liv Morgan.
Yeah, she could be regular champion.
She's strong enough to lift everybody up on the card, based on that's on the roster. I won't be surprised she could lift up what's the name, Nia Jax. Cuz said, yeah, I'm glad Javon won. I'm glad he won too. I mean, I would love if he won the whole thing. But I just can't see. I'm just thinking long term because I'm thinking this is SummerSlam. This leads up to SummerSlam, and it's a 2-night event. So one of them going to be a night, one of those night main events. Would they do Javon Evans versus Roman Reigns, or would they do Dominic Mysterio versus Roman Reigns? And I'm like, I don't think Triple H got the balls to do that. Like, I don't mind him doing it. I'd actually be excited if he did something like that. Like, okay, but I don't think he will. No way. Not for SummerSlam with TKO. Cuz also says that Dan Houser, the Miz played out. Yeah, he might as well just hurry up and get the. That's again long-term storytelling. We hurry up and get Baron Corbin out. If you're gonna do that, like by the time you get there, no one cares. And James last. He went on a little rant. He says that clown Dominic Mysterio wins the King of the Ring. I'm not bowing and showing respect. I only bow to my good Lord above JC. Hey, Jesus Christ, shout out to the nickname. Now, I don't got no problem with Dominic Mysterio winning though, James, but I hear you. He said Jade Cargill is our queen. Absolutely. You better know, James. He says if Liv Morgan wins Queen of the Ring, I'm not bowing to her that North. I don't want Liv Morgan. James, I'd really be mad if Liv Morgan won. I would be disappointed. I would be very, very disappointed if Liv Morgan wins. And he also said Jade Cargill's husband is one lucky guy. Shout out to James, man. Shout out to James for showing Jade love, man. And that's all, y'all. Another wonderful show. We appreciate everybody that was here watching the show live, that'll watch the show later on. Appreciate everybody that was in the comments, James, Charles, Rhonda, and everyone else. Again, if you're interested in talking to us or leaving your opinion on anything we talked about, please do in the comments even after the show. We'll give it back to you later on as long as it's respectful. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button. Again, either if you're new or whatever, hit that like button as well. It helps out us as far as the algorithm, getting out to other folks so that they know we drop this fire content and other folks can watch this. Hit the notification bell while you're at it so you're always notified of when we drop this. We normally do it 3 p.m. on Sundays, but we say CPT for color people time. We had to do it today because of birthdays and all that type of stuff going on, but normally around 3 p.m. CPT time on Sundays. Join us then. Again, we have watch-alongs throughout the week. Lastly, I'll show that again. All WWE, basically anything that's WWE right now related. That includes TNA and AAA. So we show it in Discord right now. Come on over and join the crew. We're going to be showing Raw in about 15 minutes. So you can come on over there and watch. Just be a subscriber to the channel, we ask. That's all you got to do. Simple. Doesn't cost you anything. Lastly, follow us on our other shows, y'all. We got Get Off the Damn Fence, BA over there with the 695 crew, Calvin and Larry. They talk about everything, but mainly sports. So on Wednesday evenings, catch them this Wednesday. Go over there and subscribe and do that. Help my guys out over there. Also, BA shows off as well with Big J, Will, and also Rel over on Cosby Geek, where they talk about all things in geek culture and film and television. They have shows on Tuesday evenings and Saturday mornings. I'm sorry. Check out my guys over there if you're in anything like that. They talk about everything: Star Wars, Marvel, DC, anything you might like over there. If you're a geek and nerd, you watch wrestling, you probably are. Go over there and hit the subscribe button over there as well. And lastly, NBA season just ended, y'all. We're going to talk about the last game tonight. Captain Crown, myself and Ro, Captain Crown NBA podcast. We're going to talk about all things NBA, new school and old school. We're going to have a show tonight at 11 o'clock. Help us out over there. Like, comment, subscribe over there. We're going to talk about the NBA. We talk about all NBA teams. So if you're a fan of any NBA team, new or old players, coming over there, I think you'll like the content we drop over there. Other than that, anybody else got anything they want to say before I end the show?
I want everybody to look outside right now. If you look up, no matter what time zone you in, you look up in the sky, you're going to see nothing but orange and blue skies. That's all I'm saying. No matter where you're at in the world.
So what I'm gonna do for y'all? Okay, I'm gonna mute him. Okay, mute his mic. He's officially muted. All right, and for Queen Chemo Queen, for Travis down there, for Mr. Green, this is Muy Grande Negro Americano. Hey, we watch this shit and we listen to Mr. Green, so you don't have to. Okay, we are the People's Channel, the best, brightest, and the blackest combat review show there is on anywhere, YouTube, anywhere else you may. Shout out to our Spotify, our podcast listens, and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Again, we talk combat, we talk all things sports. We talk all things combat sports and sports entertainment. I'm getting all my words mumble jumbled up. I apologize, y'all. I'm trying to get off of here. But other than that, again, this is King, y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. We'll see y'all later on today. We'll see y'all next week for the folks who just like the recaps and all. But we appreciate you either way, y'all. We out. Peace.